Yo, greetings and salutations, viewers. It is I, Cybertron X, and this is the live show. I haven't done one in a couple of days because work-related incidents and stuff like that. Had to work. Really had to work this last couple of days. So yeah, as you can see there, I have the @Geek Talk up there going. Send questions there. I have my phone handy so I can answer your questions instead of having to open up Twitters and stuff like that. Be a lot easier. So yeah, tonight is Geek Talk Live, things and stuff. Going to talk about some movies and some TV shows and some other things and video games and stuff like that. A lot of stuff that was happened over the last night. I had a really in-depth conversation with some friends of mine, and it was a really enjoyable conversation. I thought I would share some of this with you because, you know, it's actually kind of cool. So let me go ahead and tweet out the show so everybody can come in and enjoy themselves. You might hear me in the background. I'll mute myself. Just notice the camera angle on that looks a little sluggish. All right, let's. Oh, it's actually gone out. So let me do that on the Facebooks. Gotta have the Facebooks going. People. So yeah, let me oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. I'm live right now. So now, as I said, I was wanting to talk about movies, and one of the movies I wanted to talk about is, and fair warning, there's going to be some spoilers, and I thought I would talk about Captain America the Winter Soldier. I went and seen it last weekend, actually a week from yesterday, or today. I went last Saturday to go see it. A phenomenal movie. I mean, actually one of my favorite Marvel movies. So far, to date. And to me, it's actually also better than the Avengers. That's saying a lot. But, yeah. Oh, if you want to see the shirt I'm wearing, I am wearing my new Doctor Who shirt. Love this thing. Got it from T-Fury a couple of months ago. So, here we are talking about Captain America the Winter Soldier. All right. Really good movie. The story was fantastic, and it's been a week, and if you don't want spoilers, stop watching right now. Just no spoilers. You just go away. I mean, there's probably pictures of puppies out there that you can look at, so you don't have to hear my spoilers. But the main story spoiler is, and it was also, if you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Tuesday, you found out that S.H.I.E.L.D., since its inception, was basically infiltrated by Hydra. And they got to key places and key positions through the government and that, and through Hydra, I mean through S.H.I.E.L.D. Basically, you had S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that were been working alongside of Hydra agents, and like sometimes there was like these friendships that, you know, the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents say, hey, I'm friends with this guy, but he's a Hydra member. Basically, it's when the shit hit the fan, it hit the fan and took the fan out. But overall, it was to me, it was a fantastic movie. Close that over. But yeah, I mean, really good movie. That was the only major spoiler. Coming to find out, and if you've never read the comic books, and you were wondering who the Winter Soldier was, yes, the Winter Soldier was Bucky. All of us in the Marvel fandom that has watched and read Captain America already knew Bucky was the Winter Soldier. And especially like in the comics, that had happened, that Bucky had survived and was captured by Hydra, taking his arm off and given the robotic arm and like put in cryostasis, had his mind erased, and if he stayed out of cryostasis for too long, he would start reverting back to Bucky. It was basically, okay, here's your plan, here's your mission, go do it. Okay, you're done. All right, go in the freezer and take a nap. 30 years. And that's what would happen. That's why he stayed so young. And then, spoiler if you hadn't even read it, in Marvel Civil War, Captain America gets killed, Steve Rogers gets killed, and they said, well, we need a Captain America. So the new Captain America, being this guy, is actually Bucky. So Bucky becomes the new Captain America. So that's pretty cool. And this is one of my favorite figures. I'm a huge Captain America fan, and that's why I'm very biased with the movie. I mean, I have this Captain America. I have the Marvel Legends Captain America. I have the Marvel Select Captain America. I even have the Transformer crossover Captain America Transformer, which is actually one of my favorite Transformers. But all you see is the Transformers and the Super Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff over there. Which I do like this camera. You actually get to see more of my collection and my fan because it's getting really hot. And then like later on this evening, it's going to be like in the 60s. Florida weather, folks, it's bipolar. Or tripolar. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot. Why are you wearing a jacket? Okay, here's your jacket back. Oh, you're in shorts. No, I'm going to drop the temperature to 50. Or 40. We're Floridians. We weren't made for the cold. Even though Florida, where old people go to die. That's a line from Swan. But I digress. If for y'all that have not seen Captain America Winter Soldier, like I said, you need to see it. And if you watch this and got some spoilers, I am sorry, but I did warn you that there were spoilers. Another thing that me and my friends get talking about is video games. And that reviewers of video games put numbers to them, put a number rating to them. And we all agree. Me and my friends, we agree. Number ratings need to go. Because a lot of stories are video games. There's a story. It's there to invoke an emotion. It's there to get you going, to get you in depth, get you drawn in. But if you put a number rating, oh, well, I'll give this game a 9 out of 10. Well, that's all well and good, but tell me about the story. Or tell me about the gameplay. Tell me what's going on here. It's like there's a game out there called Dear Esther, and I really want to play it. I haven't played it. I've watched other people play it, but I want to experience this. And Dear Esther was a mod for Half-Life. And the whole game is you interacting with an environment that doesn't really do a lot of things. It's basically as you walk through this environment, it's a guy reading letters of his past, and you find out that they're letters to a loved one that is dead. And then you get to the climax of the end of the game, and you realize why he's on that island. And for all those that don't play it, I'm not going to spoil the ending because it's a really emotional roller coaster. Kind of like BioShock Infinite. I mean, right there is a fantastic game of storytelling. I mean, the BioShock stories are fantastic to begin with, but Infinite, to me, by far, is one of the better elements of storytelling in a video game. The scenery, the interactions, all of it is a phenomenal experience. I really say that watching it is worth the effort, or playing the game, it's worth the effort. Just for the beauty of it. I mean, there's parts that will get you just enthralled to the game, and you don't want to put the controller down, and that's good. It's kind of like another game, two series of games. I haven't played the third one in the series yet. I think. Nope, I got a game request from Facebook. Another thing, like I haven't played the prequel to it yet. I really want to. I want to get my hands on it and play it. But the Batman Arkham games, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, believe it or not, those had really great storytelling elements. I mean, really, and one of the things that I found interesting about the Arkham games, like Arkham Asylum and that, a lot of the games dealt with stealth, and that is key. I mean, you could run in and guns blazing, basically, but you get your ass handed to you. And then the Arkham Asylum games, or the Arkham City game, you had more of a world to explore, but there again, there was that stealth element. And one of the joys in that game to me was standing where you couldn't be seen and listening to the conversations these prisoners were having. And listening to them, you got more in depth of the Batman mythos. A lot of the criminals were talking about other Batman villains or other Batman characters in his universe, and to me that was fantastic. And that's the thing with a lot of games like in these, that you have a massive world, but you can hear everything about it. You have to stop and listen, because a lot of times stopping and listening is more the gameplay. Another game coming out that I heard recently, everybody wants an Aliens game that's good. We got Aliens, Colonial Marines, and that piece of crap was worthless. But there's a new one coming out, a new Aliens game, that is, to me, bringing back this genre of games that needs to be, I forget the name, it's Alien something, but it's a survival horror game. You play as the great-granddaughter of Ripley, and you're aboard the space station, and there's multiple xenomorphs on this station. You have no weapons. The only thing basically you get is maybe flares here and there so you can see, and a tracker, the radar gun, so you can see where they are. And the whole premise of the story is to set traps, to get through a door and close it before a xenomorph gets you. And to me, that's what it's all about. I mean, Resident Evil, I will put this game up with the first 4 Resident Evil games. The first 4 Resident Evil games, 1, 2, 3, and 4, to me were true survival horror. 5 and 6 I don't talk about, because I played it and I just didn't like it. It was, to me, it was more run and gun in those. 4, not so much, and a lot of people consider that to be one of the pinnacles, the high point of the Resident Evil games, because 4 was considered one of the better ones. Me, I go in my genre for them is 4, 2, 1, and 3. 3 was good. That's what I just didn't. A lot of the gameplay was kind of goofy to me, but that's me. That's my opinion. The reason 1 is, you got started with 1, and to me, that to a lot of people that I know, that was the first foray to them into survival horror games. But it wasn't the very first survival horror game. One of the first survival horror games that I know of was Haunted House on the Atari 2600. You had no weapons. All you had was a flashlight. Which was funny, because you turned the flashlight on, you didn't have a body, you were just a pair of eyes running around, and you had to find artifacts and stuff to get out of the haunted house. And for such a simple game, it was actually kind of cool. It was kind of awesome for, you know. And then, you know, you have all these other ones. Silent Hill. Trying to think about it. Amnesia. Last of Us. Last of Us is, I would consider, a survival horror game. Yeah, you're just running and gunning, but there's one of the key elements for that is stealth. You have this. I've seen gameplay of it. I have a 360. I don't have a PlayStation or a PS3 or a PS4. I might get one. I might. I don't know yet. It's all about cost. Basically, if I want to get a Xbox One or PS4, I need to get a new TV. Because my TV is an HD, which makes playing Grand Theft Auto 5 hard. You want me to do what? Larry. Thank God for YouTube. But yeah, I have this hangout set to 8 o'clock. I might do 8 o'clock, or I might end it sooner. So don't have any guests, and I don't think all of you really want to hear me talk for 2 hours. But I like doing this. To me, this is more of a video podcast, and I really want to start doing it. For you watching after this, after it goes live, in the comments below, tell me if you want me to do a podcast. I would really want to do podcasts. I mean, I'm starting interacting with a lot of other YouTube gamers, which I am becoming, and I enjoy it. I right now, I'm doing Minecraft and Loadout, but I have some retro games that I want to get into. Start playing Lure. I'm sorry, I'm Southern, and certain words come out Southern. Y'all hear me when I'm trying to say red? See, red. Lure of the Temptress, and the first Fallout game on my computer, ready to go. And I can't wait to start playing those and stream. I mean, I don't know if I can stream them, because, you know, I tried setting up a Twitch thing, and it's like, oh, you need to set this up, okay? I have a Twitch account. Here's my Twitch account. What do you mean you don't want to take my Twitch account? But you're part of Twitch. Why don't you take my what do you do? You're hurting me. It's really confusing. I hate it. I really do. I am planning on getting some more World of Warcraft block sets to do some more builds and reviews, quick builds. And maybe some Lego sets, because I've seen some really cool ones that I want to get. I have 6 of the 16 on hand of the Lego minifigs. Thanks to a couple of friends of mine, I now have Emmett, the crazy cop, which I love that face. I love that face on him. I just love it. And Panda Suit guy, which has a really goofy face underneath there. But then I went to my local Walmart just to see if they had any blind bags. I'm like, I'm not going to find any. I found one under the Lego shelf. There's a little gap under there, and there was one. So I bought it, and in it was this guy, the coffee dude, which I honestly like this figure. I really love that figure. He's awesome looking. So yes, I got him, and that was a really cool find. See if there's anything going on the channel. No comments yet. I got one person watching, unless it's me watching. Which it probably is me watching. I'm watching you watching me. Yes, viewer, I'm watching you watching me. Which would be really weird. So yeah. Oh, Google Chrome's not responding. I hope this isn't freezing everything up. Oh, is this my real player crashed? Pepper Flash. But back to some video games. There's one game on the 360 arcade that I really want to get, Mark of the Ninja, or Mark or Master Ninja, I don't remember. But unlike normal ninja games, and I saw this on Game Theory, and yeah, a lot of ninja games is hack slash hack slash hack slash hack slash. Let's run through a level and cut everything up. But this one, you lose points for killing people. You actually lose points for killing people. But you gain points for getting through the level undetected. And I thought, oh, wow, because that's one of the main reasons I like the Batman games. I love the Metal Gear games. Because especially the very first Metal Gear Solid. The very first one of the, what I would call the next-gen console stuff, like when it came out on PlayStation. Metal Gear Solid. That was a stealth game. And I would play, you know, I actually speedran it. I actually speedran it. Even with doing stealth on a speed run, it took me 2.5 hours just speed running and just getting through and dying a lot. It was the Psycho Mantis stage that kept me up. He's a bitch. And that game also breaks the fourth wall. Move the controller over to the other port. What do, game? What do? But that is about that. But that's, you know, like I said, I love video games. Love them. And I am playing Minecraft. But I'm upping it to Feed the Beast. And I'm probably going to start doing the Aryan Skies as a gameplay, if you would like. It's a skyblock, and there's it's a lot to it. And I'm one of these people that I love a challenge. Vanilla Minecraft, regular Minecraft. Yeah, you mine, you smelt, you mine, you smelt, you mine, you smelt. You make better tools, you go to the nether, and then the whole thing for vanilla Minecraft is beat the dragon. I don't want to beat the dragon. Not yet. But Feed the Beast, one of the main reasons I love Feed the Beast is you can do days of building stuff without going to the end. I mean, there's other places. There's like the Twilight Forest, and you know, you can make ages and stuff. I'm going to be making, and this is going to be my first time doing these things. Yes, I've played Feed the Beast before, and I didn't really get to do a lot of stuff, but now I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to be able to do the Thonic stuff. I'm going to do the Tinker's Construct stuff. I'm going to be able to do the Steve's Carts. I'm going to be able to do a lot more, and I'm actually looking forward to that. And I hope you are too. Right now, I'm actually doing a little, speaking of which, I have a series going for Feed the Beast. Right now, I've started doing a little stuff off camera because I feel like just a lot of stuff, and I'm able to only do like 10-minute videos because the company I'm with, no offense, I haven't been able to upload a video that's over 10 minutes, maybe 11 at the most. I did a 19-minute video, and I put it up there, and it's like, yeah, we're not going to take it. I don't know if it was the file size was too big or what, but I've actually put up a video beforehand that was over 20 minutes, and nothing happened. So I need to contact them and say, hey, I can't get a video that's over 10 minutes. Can you explain what's going on? Which I can't wait for October because I'm going to drop them like a bad habit. And some other news, if you live in Florida, you know in June there is going to be the Ocala Comic-Con. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at the Ocala Comic-Con, not as a guest, but as a dealer. I'm actually getting a lot of stuff together to sell. Basically some stuff that was been in my collection that I feel like I could take it to there and it's going to go to somebody who appreciates it. And a couple of things I'm going to be selling I'm going to be selling my Shotoku Henshin Dino and Kiva figure because I got the Dino figure art and I got the Kiva Emperor form figure, so I want to sell those at the con along with some other stuff that looks pretty cool. And I'll take pictures while I'm at the con. But that's that. Now, TV shows I wanted to talk about. Walking Dead. That's getting really good. I haven't seen any of the newer episodes as of yet, but I have people telling me about it. They don't spoil it. They tell me about it, but they don't spoil it. I've been waiting for it to come on Netflix, so I should be getting them soon. So, and then enjoy that. Going to enjoy The Arrow. I love that show. The other one I want to talk about is the new Gotham. And seeing some of the stuff coming out of there for, it's basically the origins of Batman and Gotham City and stuff like that. All the characters, and a lot of people are like, well, I'm not going to watch it because he's not going to be Batman. Stop. Of course we're going to have origins for these characters. You just can't drop Bruce Wayne in the middle of Gotham and go, okay, you're Batman now, but I didn't do anything. But here's the cape, here's the cowl, here's the batarang, go stop that crime over there. But they'll shoot me. Oh, your suit's bulletproof. There's 20 of them. You can take them out. I don't know martial arts. That's not our problem. No, it's going to be, Bruce Wayne learning to be Batman. And yes, they said, well, he's not going to wear the suit. He didn't wear the suit in Smallville when they was happening, and that was a very successful series. I enjoyed it. I want to get and watch all of them again because the way they ended it was awesome. And here's one of the things I want to see happen in Gotham. Two things is going to happen because it happened in Smallville, and today was one of my favorite episodes of Smallville. And the episode of Smallville I'm talking about was the one where Christopher Reeve was in it, and basically it was a passing of the torch. And Adam West does this in my head. He does this with any animated Batman series, and he does a voice on it. He did that with the Great Ghost, and he did that with the Batman, and he did that with Batman Brave and the Bold. In Batman the Animated Series, he played the Grey Ghost, which in that universe was Batman, Bruce Wayne's favorite show growing up as a kid. There you go, passing the torch. In Batman Brave and in the Batman, he was the mayor, I believe. There again, passing the torch. Now, for all those that didn't see it, in Batman Brave and the Bold, there was an episode where the mysterious stranger and the Spectre sends Batman back in time, and he meets, Thomas Wayne, and who was voiced by Adam West. To me, perfect. Couldn't do any better. Yep. Cut, print, sold. Absolutely beautiful. So, in Gotham, there needs to be two people in the series that get to talk to Bruce Wayne. One being Adam West. Has to be Adam West. It has to be Adam West. And he doesn't have to be goofy. He can play serious part. And I've seen Adam West do some really good acting. He's really good. He's very funny. He's very talented. I love how he makes fun of himself on Family Guy. But the other one is Bruce Timm. Bruce Timm really needs to be in this episode. Maybe playing Thomas Wayne. That would be actually really cool. But, that's me being a Batman fan. If that happens, I go all over the house. Because it's Batman. Two comic book characters I love. Batman and Captain America. My two favorite comic book characters. Love them to death. There's just something... They're just something awesome. And basically, it was when Marvel did the Marvel vs. DC comic book, it ended up being Batman and Captain America fighting in the sewers. Batman won. Batman versus a horde of zombies. Batman wins. Batman versus a Transformer. Batman wins. Batman versus Batman. Universe explodes. It's kind of like if a stormtrooper shoots at a red shirt, what's going to happen? Because, you know, stormtroopers miss and red shirts always die. Pew! Missed him by a mile, but he's dead anyway. Why? I guess a heart attack. But for all those that don't understand when I'm talking about red shirts, it's an old Star Trek, the original series. Any extra that would show up, except the Dos Equis man. The Dos Equis man, most interesting man in the world, had a red shirt. Basically, you opened your locker, and if you had a red shirt, it's like, oh great, my character's gonna die. Basically, a red shirt was a pink slip, except for the second man. I am not going to die. I'm going to live, go back in time, and create a beer that is so awesome that I'll become more interesting than Chuck Norris. Pause for dramatic effect. But like I said, that's what I want to see happen in Gotham, which I really want to see. I really want to enjoy it. Somebody just tagged me in a status on Facebook. You know what? I am going to read what it is. Batman versus Batman, universe explodes. I think he liked that statement. I'm Batman, so am I. Want to get a mirror? Sure. Boom. I think what would happen is they would punch each other, you know, the universe just going like, I can't handle that much awesome. Boom. And then rewind, starts again. Basically, though, that did happen in Batman Crisis on, or Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, which was basically a watered down version of the Infinite Crisis storyline. It was Batman versus Owlman, and Owlman was supposed to be Batman of that universe, but he was an asshole, voiced by James Woods, who's awesome as a voice actor. Especially when he did that Owlman, he didn't do like any over-the-top inflections or anything. He's just very stoic, very quiet, very subtle. Kind of like Bruce Timm, very stoic, very quiet, very subtle. You know, and he had one of the best lines in that said, and it was Batman saying, "We might have looked into the abyss, but you blinked." Batman's like, "Hey, look, it's the abyss. I can see my house from here. Why is your house in the abyss?" Batman. I would just love our comedy series that just like Batman walks into a store and takes a candy bar and walks out. You gotta pay for that. I'm Batman. Okay. I would just love, you know, one of these. That's one of the things, you know, it got talked about in The Dark Knight. It's like the guy figures out, oh, Bruce Wayne's Batman because he did accounting. If that was to happen in real life, you know, I need to report this to the IRS. Why? All these expenditures for the company, yeah. Bruce Wayne's like milking the company. You know, this is like serious criminal stuff. He could, you know, he could ruin everybody. He could basically blow up Gotham because of this. Which would have me think that Batman just like, you know what, screw it, Gotham reset, boom, boom. Everything explodes but Wayne Manor. Master Bruce. Everything blew up. I know. Who did it? Me, motherfucker! Which would be hilarious. Just Bruce Wayne just go, me, motherfucker! Yeah, Batman just goes that extra crazy. You know, there's crazy and then there's extra crazy, and Batman would just do that extra crazy bit and like go off on him. But and then you got the Arrow. I mean, you actually got. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I've noticed. DC movies, okay. DC TV shows, fantastic. You have The Arrow, you had Smallville. I mean, we're going to see how Gotham does. A lot of people are like, I'm not watching Gotham. I'm going to watch Gotham. I'm going to give it one series, one season. And if the season that, if they don't do anything to catch me, I'm not going to watch it. It's kind of like with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I gave it a season, and it started hooking me. So I'm going to buy the first season when it comes out on DVD and marathon that like crazy. Because I can. And then the Marvel movies, freaking fantastic. But it took a while. It took a while for Marvel movies to get to where they were. Yes, you had a couple of flops. This being one of them, but I enjoyed it. I'm one of these people that I can find enjoyment in a movie. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be beautiful. If I find enjoyment, I'm going to watch it. Even though I've only watched this once. I also liked Daredevil. But I want to find it again. I had the director's cut. And the director's cut is a lot better than the theatrical cut. The director's cut took out the love scene between Matt Murdock and Elektra and replaced it with Matt going to sleep in his sensory deprivation tank. But before he closed the door, he actually heard this one girl getting killed, which was actually the case that he was actually working on in the movie. That sidestep, and you actually see him deal with the Kingpin and that case at the same time because they actually intertwined, which to me made a better story. And sadly, that's also, a lot of people are giving props. It's like, why are you casting a black actor in the role of the Human Torch? Michael Clark Duncan did a fantastic job as the Kingpin, and he played the Kingpin like he should. Enough said on that subject. Sadly, he's gone and cannot reprise that role if they ever do another Daredevil movie. I also want to see Ben Affleck as Batman. A lot of people, well, he sucked as Daredevil. You know how long ago Daredevil was? It was a while. Daredevil. Where'd I put it? Daredevil came out. Came out too long ago that I can't find the date. 2003. It's been over 10 years. In fact, it's been 11 years since this movie came out, folks. Yes, he's a phenomenal director. I still like him as an actor. And I want to see him take the role as Batman in the Superman vs. Batman movie. I want to see that. But everybody just wants to hate on him. Like, a lot of people hate on Heath Ledger as the Joker. Oh, he can't play the Joker. The last movie he did was Brokeback Mountain. Yeah. And some people on are talking about looking at. Oh yeah, I forgot. I followed Ming Na. She's hot. I have a thing about Asian women. But who doesn't? I just realized my thing on here is Geek Talk, Geek Talk, Geek Talk. Hello, I'm Geek Talk. But you also know that. So, but that is that. I mean, give him a chance, people. Give him a chance. Another thing I want to talk about is coming up this soon is the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. And there's people already bitching about it. And I'm in this one group on Facebook. I'm not going to mention who it is. But he started spamming the group with these anti-Michael Bay posts. And that's basically what they were. They were all anti-Michael Bay Transformers posts. And it got ridiculous. And I want to talk about that. You have the right to hate a movie if you want. You have the right to say you dislike the movie. You're right. But taking it out on people that enjoy a movie and making fun of them, calling them names, calling them, you know, insulting them because they don't like something you don't like, hello, people, that's bullying. And my friends, I have friends that don't like the Michael Bay movies. They know I like the Michael Bay movies. Do they insult me? Yeah, but they're my friends, and I know they're insulting me, and they mean nothing by it. But they also know I enjoy the movies. And here's another thing about the Michael Bay movies that a lot of people aren't grasping. And I'm probably going to make some people mad when I say this. If it wasn't for the Michael Bay movies, the fandom would have almost died out. Because the last TV series we had before the movies was the Unicron trilogy. Okay? Those were the last toy line. Granted, we started getting the Universe figures. But those were geared not towards kids, really. They were geared more toward us, the collectors. Most of that is the Universe Classics Generations lines, right there. That's basically all that line. Because those characters were recognizable. Those characters were what we knew. So then you get the first movie. And okay, I'll also say this. BotCon wasn't as big as it was before the movies. It started, you know, it started getting big. BotCon was not that big of a convention to start. It started like in the 90s, and it was a small convention. It's kind of like Auto Assembly in the UK. I'm going to compare the first few BotCons to Auto Assembly. And for all those who don't realize, the first BotCons, you had one exclusive figure. Not a box set, you had one figure. Then the movies came out. I mean, Peter Cullen, people could stand in line for days to talk to Peter Cullen, and it would happen. But when Peter Cullen started doing the voice for movies, he started getting recognized. He started getting more money. He started getting a more demand. So yeah, his appearances at these conventions are usually one day. And if you get to talk to him, lovely gentleman, love him to death. Fantastic person. But then the movies hit out, and it brought new people in. And a lot of these people are go, oh, this came out also here. Well, let me go look at this. Let me read the comics. Let me do this. And that's what a lot of people did. And the fandom grew. It got new life. And then you have parents that were Transformers fans as kids, and their kids are like, oh, Mom, Dad, I want to go see the Transformers. And Dad's like, okay, we'll go. Oh, do you know, this is what I grew up with as a kid. Let me go, let me break out the VHS. If you had the VHS, awesome. Let me break out the VHS copies of this. And let me show you what I grew up with. And it's a way to experience things as a family. And to me, that's beautiful. That's the way it should be. But then you have people that I think they just do it just to do it, just to be assholes. I will say it, just to be assholes. Oh, Michael Bay ruined my childhood. Michael Bay doesn't know how to direct. Oh, Michael Bay knows how to blow things up. And a lot of these people, I know I'm gonna get flack for this. I'm gonna get people to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of people that say I'm not gonna go see this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, are gonna end up going to go see it. And they are. They're gonna go see it. They're probably gonna enjoy it, but they're gonna be like, go home, I can't say I enjoyed this movie, people will call me a hypocrite. Are the movies perfect? No. There's plot holes so big you can drive Fort Max through them. Are they enjoyable? Yes. You can go in, turn your brain off, and enjoy it. A lot of people overanalyze, overthink it. So, well, this isn't how it was when I was a kid. This is wrong. It's automatically wrong. See, that's the thing about Transformers. It's a multiple universe. There's extended fictions. There's different versions, different outcomes. There's different this. If you focus on one thing, you're going to miss the bigger picture. And that's me. And then a lot of people say, well, I can do a better movie. You know what? You make a better movie and I'll watch it. I will go into the theaters and watch it. Because if directors made movies and TV shows just for the fans, there's no money in that. And that's the thing, people. They have to make something for the masses, not for the minimals. You have to realize that the Transformers franchise is a massive money-making thing. So you have to make sure to include everybody, not just the fans. And I hate to say it, that's one of the reasons Transformers Fall of Cybertron did not sell that well, because it was made for the fans. It was a darker, grittier game. Nobody liked that. I'm sorry. But that's just me and voicing my opinion. What else do I want to talk about? I think that's about it. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Geek Talk Live, things and stuff and things. Tune in on my channel for gameplays and toy reviews. Tomorrow there will be a new review going up. Of what? I'm not telling you. You have to watch and find out. Could be Transformer, could be a figure art, it could be a bottle of soap. But there will be a review going up tomorrow. I haven't done any reviews lately. Actually, what I did were the blind bags of these little things. I want to get more. I want to get like really good. It's Steve. Hello, I'm Steve. I got Steve, and where is... I got too much crap at my desk. And I got a creeper, wherever the hell he went. I guess that creeper's creeping. But no, that's about it. Like I said, that's about it for today's episode of Geek Talk Live. Please follow me on Twitter, and there's going to be a link in the description for my Facebook page. Yeah, that's about it. So, in true Geek Talk fashion, where I talk about everything geeky and good, I'm Sean Smith, or Cybertron X. Later.